Uh-oh, 3 heroes alone. Waldman summon being called. He is focusing and maybe Arwen is going down. Welcome to Come Up Me Love. My name is Rick and this is The Ladder. Today we're looking at Stevil versus Hunter. And it is a blast from the past. Obviously Stevil is going to win this game because the Stevil games are the Stevil victories. This is what we're doing in this on this stream. And if you want to be part of the recording, go to twitch.tv/Enrique707 because on the left you'll see Fatman Fred is here in the chat talking some of his experiences. And if you want to join into that chat, I'd love to see you on Twitch. But we're here to see Stevil versus Hunter. It's the Westfold 24-minute game. Stevil have won 8 times, Hunter won twice. And that's the head-to-head history. We've got some map mastery. It's Stevil won 13 times on Westfold, only lost 6 times. And Hunter lost 6 times as well, but only won 3 times. Didn't play as much on this map. Then we have the faction win rate. Stevil as Isengard has won 156 times and lost 133 times. Hunter as the Elves, 176 wins versus the 123 losses. Finally, the matchup win rates. Stevil won 35 times against Elves as Isengard, and Hunter won 18 times against Isengard as Elves. With 25 losses. Both players love their factions. Isengard versus Elves. It's Stevil, rank 34 versus Hunter, rank 52. Let's get into the game. Welcome to Westfold. We have Stevil versus Hunter. Stevil on the right side playing the Isengard, and on the left side we have Hunter playing the Red Elves. And Hunter is going for a forward barracks, trying to put some pressure on Stevil very early on. I'm not sure if this is going to work because Stevil is one of the stronger players he would be facing. Hunter played against me. He did the same thing against me, doing a forward barracks, trying to get on the map as quickly as he can, which is a very smart strategy. Also, this building is kind of protected by a lot of debris here, so it's a bit difficult to take this down. However, it is kind of easy to camp around it. If you're not strong enough, you can set up your army right in front of this barracks and it will be very difficult to get out of the line of fire. Let's look at Hunter, the Elves. He has 2 melon trees up and 3 furnaces for Stevil. Stevil is in an economic advantage, but his units will be out very much later than the first harassment of the Elves, especially with the forward barracks. It probably is going to be a little bit more of an advantage that he has been having, and especially with the far side. Mr. Hunter knows exactly where the buildings of Stevil are. And here comes the first little problem. A wall hub is being built to reduce the surface area of the furnace, but it's not gonna work as well as he thought it would because there's still a lot of stuff to do here. Stevil using his bats to make everything a little bit more difficult to hit. Furnace going down. Crossbowmen are out. Bats being used. Best is going to chase these Lorien Warriors, and the Lorien Warriors spotted another furnace. And as we look at the map, we have the comeback for Hunter getting a lot more melon trees up now, and 2 more Lorien Warriors, as there's also Lorien Warriors on the top side of the field. And Mr. Stevil is going to use a wall hub again to defend his furnace a little bit more, and sending out his Ward Pack. Ward Pack are very strong against swords, and this is probably something that Mr. Hunter did not see happening, even though he had Farsight up. And here come the Ward Pack. The Ward Pack very strong against swords and one-shotting them, as you noticed, especially with the boost and the attack from the back. And a combination of Uruk crossbows and Ward Pack is doing a lot of damage to these Lorien Warriors. Lorien Warriors running away from the crossbowmen of Stevil. Bottom side master furnace going down. We have 450 command points versus 350. Hunter's in the lead. Hunter with a stable. The green pasture, creating lances, trying to counter the attack and trying to trample the crossbowmen. Crossbowmen very vulnerable to cavalry, so it's a good idea to build some cav. It's always good to have cav. It should be part of your build. As I am going in my build with Man of the West, I'll build archery range, barracks, and stable. Kind of in that order. And then a second barracks at some point. But yeah, this is very important to have. Those lancers are gonna do a little bit of damage here. And put some pressure on Stevil. Stevil is harassing, or creeping, I should say, and getting some extra money out. But Mr. Hunter is doing the same, sending Lorien warriors plus a little group of those sentries to do some damage and do some harassing and do some creeping. Signal fire being taken, and now Stevil knows exactly what is happening on the right side of the field. If we look at Stevil, it's 500 command points versus 450. Stevil having a bit of a stronger army on the... No, he doesn't. On the field, I wanted to say, but no. The Elven warriors are stronger. Lorien Lancers versus the wolf pack. Gonna try and do some damage to the wolf pack. And it's working. Debuff being used, and now the advantage goes to the Isengard player, Stevil. However, he used it a little bit too late in combination with the Hall. He's trying to keep the wolf pack alive. However, the wolf pack is a bit slower, as the movement speed of the Lancers is... Is it even? That might be even. I might have been mistaken. Changing level 3. There are warp riders on the field, if I just spotted, and a signal fire not taken, but an army found. And here comes the attack from Stevil, trying to put some pressure on the Hunter. Meanwhile, Hunter is taking down a furnace, which is a good pick. We have 500 command points versus 650. The Hunter is still in the lead economically and in command points. Stevil trying to do some counter damage, has his warp riders up and realizes, hey, I can take this fight, let's just use Howl and destroy the lances right before the sentries arrive. Almost all lances go down, and sentries plus lances are going to try and stop the warp riders. There is a wall hub being built, which should probably be deleted. Moronty going down, and Stevil is doing a little bit damage back to Hunter. Hunter's forward barracks unfortunately has not been giving him a lot of advantage here. He did some early on damage and got his position back, and he is trying to get back in the game. Even though he was ahead, it is now Stevil who is ahead a little bit more. It's 400 command point as armies against 600 of the armies of the Elven player Hunter that are on the field. And I'm saying that Isengard's in the lead, but is he really? War Chant plus debuff, yeah, I think because of the choices in power points, this is a pretty much unbeatable army that Stevil has gathered here, and I don't think Hunter is able to destroy this. But I could be wrong, because there is Linden archers here, Linden horse archers, that are trying to do some damage, but I think the War Chant is way too strong to deal with, and this is a one fight for Stevil. Stevil using the 75% increase of armor with those occupying positioned units, and the archers are skipping them and trying to shoot the warriors, the crossbowmen. Meanwhile, top of the map, we have a double furnace here. Probably that was Stevil predicting that he's gonna lose it, but he saved his furnace, so now there's just two next to each other. Here are some lancers plus, or is this Linden? No, lancers and Linden, and they're going for the trample. Meanwhile, left side of the map, there is a hero. Here is Mr. Glorfindel, and Glorfindel is doing a little bit of damage here. Glorfindel retreating. Here is the problem that I pointed out in the beginning of the match. These units are camping the barracks of Hunter, so he cannot build any units and he will immediately die to the crossbowmen. And we have warp riders fighting Linden archers. Linden archers are just taking the damage. And here's Lurch, finally a hero on the field. Lurch's gonna start doing some work, but he's probably gonna die because he was not paying attention. Stevil is now in trouble, especially now when the level 10 power Tom Bombadil is on the field for Hunter. Hunter is still very much in the lead. Stevil has a few problems. Some Uruk warriors are gonna try and do some harassment. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, we have a little fight. Tom Bombadil and Arwen together with Glorfindel are chasing the armies of Isengard, and they're doing a lot of damage. Hunter is very much in the lead. 675 versus 825. The equal lead goes to Isengard. If that keeps up, Isengard can come back into the game. The armies is 300 over 350, which is kind of close. However, most of it is in heroes, and heroes for the Elven player are normally a very strong add-on to the army. It's a very good way to spend your command points. Haldir on the field. There are now 3 heroes, Arwen, Haldir and Glorfindel. Together with Lindon Horse Archers, Stevil is in trouble. Uh-oh, 3 heroes alone. Waldman summon being called. He is focusing, and maybe Arwen is going down. Arwen, by far the weakest of the units. A tremble by lancers, but he's running straight into pikes. Watch it being used, and a chase. Will they get the units? And this is a obvious push for Stevil, together with his 10-point command, 10 spell point power. And oh no, Arwen is in the mix, and there goes Arwen. Arwen going down, and there is the winning turn point, the turn point for our friend Stevil. Stevil is trying to kill more heroes, but there's the Purifying Blade, and Glorfindel has gained a lot of armor. No heal for the Elven player Hunter, and they have to run their... Heroes gotta run away. Warg Riders are killing pikemen. The units and the armies for the Elven player Hunter are surrounded, and Stevil is going to camp the barracks of Hunter. Luckily, Hunter has built a barracks in the back of his base, and Hunter has 1500 trying to rebuild Arwen and rebuild probably Legolas, because he is saving money. 200 and almost 300 units on the field with 670 for Elves, 600 units on the field for Isengard Stevil, and now just suiciding his units into the armies of Stevil. This is not good. Arwen is back on the field. Sharku on the field, Lurch on the field. Spikes going down. Lindon Archers shooting away on the Cav. A trample on the Lorien Warriors. Stevil is doing amazing. Here is the heal coming from Arwen. Athelas being used to try and keep the heroes alive. And Isengard and Stevil is chasing Glorfindel. Glorfindel going into the battle. Heal being used. And Isengard's going down, or Lurch going down. Lurch running away, trying to be in part of the army to save it. And here comes an arrow volley. Arrow volley being spotted and saved because of the scatter unit button. Stevil is running back and spending a lot of his money. If you look at the Elven player Hunter, Hunter now has 2 level 10 powers, which is not where you want to go. You want to go to that end summon or as quickly to your level 25. He needed to use the arrow volley just to try and kill the armies of Isengard, which failed. However, it made Mr. Stevil retreat. Top side of the map, we've got some pikes from Hunter trying to do some eco damage. However, both signal fires are in the hands of Isengard, which means he has a lot of vision on the map. Here goes the first furnace, and Stevil is answering with Orc Archers, Uruk Archers and Uruk Pikes.
We bring spears from Midland. We bring swords from
Hunter retreating. Heroes coming in. How is Stevil going to answer the heroes of Hunter? Meantime, Stevil in the middle of the map, sending Sharku to answer the hero spam. However, they're surrounded by pikes, so it might not be the best idea. And here is the sacrifice of Stevil. Luckily his units are very fast, so he's just retreating. And there's a 5 because Saruman's on the field. Saruman's going to use Wizard Blast. And there is... Uh-oh, there is Tom Bombadil. Wizard Blast used. What? Tom Bombadil using his ability, and all the units for Stevil are now half health. It's Arwen, Glorfindel and Tom Bombadil taking the lead, punching up Saruman. Saruman retreating into the pikes and trying to do some damage, but yeah, the Saruman is luckily fast enough to withstand the attacks. I think speed being used, very well done. He now definitely is faster, saving his units, and because Hunter is chasing, he loses a lot of his armies. And Glorfindel sacrificing, he'll use. He really wants to kill Saruman. Glorfindel loses his purifying blade. We have Thranduil trying to kill Saruman. Saruman just keeps running, and he's probably gonna chase. Gonna sacrifice Saruman to kill most of the heroes. Nope. Starting to run. Saruman's gonna go die. There it is, the death of Saruman. Thranduil taking the kill. There is Arwen back in the field. Got killed by Sharku in that battle. He traded Arwen for Saruman, which is a very good trade, I would say. Thranduil and Haldir shooting away at the armies of Stevil. Stevil using his 25 power points makes it so that both units are stuck. And Thranduil and Haldir going down. I think Thranduil dies as well. Oh, Arwen is pinned. Arwen going down. Or is Thranduil here? No, Thranduil's saved it. Arwen going down. Fire arrows. There goes Arwen. Sharku is hopefully taking the kill for a little bit of levels. Nope, did not take the kill.
You have my bow.
Oh, good arrow volley, destroying all of the armies of... all of the summoned armies of Stevil, because he was focusing the heroes of Hunter. That's a costly prize. Legolas on the field. Legolas combining with Glorfindel and Thranduil, and they're going to slowly take down the furnace of Stevil. Stevil with the Forged Blade on his Warg Riders is going to do some eco damage. First Malantry going down, middle of the map. Legolas is trying to get some levels. And Mirkwood archers are being produced. Is there upgrades? There is no upgrades for Hunter. Hunter on 875 command points versus the 950 command points for Stevil. Stevil is in the lead. Combining it with his Field of Fires and lumber camps, I'm not sure how Hunter can come back at this. Saruman is rebuilt. Lurch is in the field. There is the speed boost used. And here come the Eagles. Field of Fire is used. Eagles are attacking the wrong units, I feel like. Both Eagles has been killed by the boost, and all the heroes dying. The Saruman is dying. Glorfindel is on the fire. Haldir is down. Legolas and Thranduil are running, but there is no more pikes. Pike are being trampled by the Warg, and oh no, this is the death of Legolas, the death of Arwen, and the death of Haldir. No more heroes for Hunter. Stevil in the lead. Level 5, rank 5 Warg Riders, and Alerts, who still has his pin ability up most likely. Level 7 for the pin. He is getting money in one more level. The heavy armors are up. There is no upgrades for Hunter. This is a GG. No upgrades, no heroes. Stevil is just doing way too much damage, especially in combination with the fire arrows, with the leadership bonuses. Lurch, level 8, is now producing money with every kill he makes. Linden Arch is doing neglectable damage to the Cav. And more melon trees are going down. There is the money. Almost 25 command points. The Elves not even close to 25. Here is Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil can easily be killed. And does no damage. They are still alive. And here comes the Fire Drake for the production of Hunter. This is going to be GG. At the moment that Hunter realizes he has no production anymore, this game is over. Oh, actually, Arrow Volley is doing a lot of damage to the armies of Isengard. And again, heroes are going down. Lurch is taking it. No more production. Only heroes. Hunter thinks he can still hold on. Lurch is going down, actually. But Trundle is stunned. However, Trundle is also invisible. He cannot be attacked if he is invisible. Warchant being used. The Fire Drake is running out of time. Trundle has died. Arwen is back. Saruman is here. Arwen is shut down. Half health Arwen. There is Glorfindel trying to fight Saruman. Saruman is running away, and Glorfindel is surrounded by force blades and fire arrows. Arwen is back in the field using heal. And Arwen is going down to the Saruman and the Wormtongue of Stevil. Wormtongue killing Glorfindel. Wormtongue level 5 can now poison Arwen. Arwen immediately going down to Sharku and to Wormtongue. This is the end. Only a fortress left. One builder. This is GG. Hunter calling it. Well done, Stevil. Stevil, the GOAT. He beat Hunter. A very good win. 25-minute game of Westfold. And don't forget to support the arena. Join me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Enrique707. We'll have some fun. We play some games. We do some casting. And I'll see you next game. This has been Command Point Middle Earth. My name is Enrique and I'll see you on the lab. If you like this video and if you think this daily idea is pretty awesome to get a little bit of update of the ladder and arena and Battle of Middle Earth, feel free to follow the channel and like the channel, like this video, subscribe to Command Point Middle Earth for more videos, and I will see you on twitch.tv if you want to follow the making of and the production of these videos.